What I'm about to share with you hasn't made the headlines yet. There is a massive multi-billion-dollar shift that's about to happen in the housing market right now. So whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, this is going to completely impact your plans. The first thing that's about to happen is a massive historic unlocking of what the economists like to call the golden handcuffs. And it's going to trigger a 2026 housing boom that almost nobody sees coming. So as you may know, for the last 3 years, there hasn't really been much inventory because most homeowners didn't want to let go of their super low rates that they got during the COVID years. So buyers were at a severe disadvantage because of the high demand and the low supply. But all of that is about to change because of something called the Inventory Friction Index. You're not going to hear about this on mainstream news because it's not an economic factor, it's a psychological one. So the Inventory Friction Index actually tracks the exact tipping point where the daily grinding frustration of living in a house that no longer fits your life completely overrides the financial benefit of keeping a cheap rate. So over the course of the last 3 to 4 years, we've had all these homeowners who chose not to sell, but life has continued happening. Families grew, people got hybrid work mandates, divorces happened, and people retired. So their needs inevitably changed. And right now, across millions of households, the scales have officially tipped. And there is about to be a tidal wave of market activity. But here's the catch. Not all of the markets are going to change in the way that you might expect. We're officially entering a market of the haves and the have-nots. The boom is not going to spread evenly. And if you don't understand the difference, you're either going to miss out on peak equity or get completely left in the dark. Let me explain. I want you to look at the upper end markets right now. Houses that are priced at the $750,000 to $1 million and up mark. They're rolling fast and the inventory is pretty steady for them. So they're selling. But here's a secret that the headlines are not telling you. The people buying these homes do not care about the Federal Reserve. They're not stressing over the rates right now. Why? Because they're rolling in massive historic amounts of equity out of their first or their second homes and dumping it into the next one. So when you have a mountain of cash to put down, the current rate barely touches your monthly payment. In fact, a huge chunk of these high-end buyers are paying pure cash anyway. But what does that mean for the lower end? What does that mean for entry-level buyers? It means massive struggle. While the top tier runs on liquid cash, the entry-level market runs on borrowing power. Open up Zillow right now and look around your specific area. How many clean, move-in ready starter homes do you see under $250,000 or even $300,000? There's almost nothing. First-time homebuyers traditionally make up 35 to 40% of the market. But lately, they've been squeezed down to historic lows because of sticky inflation, high car payments, and childcare costs. All of those things are eating away at their savings, and every fraction of a percent in rates strips away their purchasing power. So, as the Inventory Friction Index unlocks the market, we're going to see a fascinating split screen. An affluent class trading high-end properties with massive equity, and a squeezed generation of first-time buyers fighting over a tiny pool of starter inventory. And I see the exact same dynamic playing out every single day. Working actively with one of the top producing real estate teams in the country and managing my own portfolio of investment properties, I get to see exactly where the money is moving weeks before it hits the news. And I don't care about the media hype. I look at real life hands-on data, and I want you to have that same reliable data because my only goal is to make sure you end up on the winning side of the shift. So, knowing that we are in a market of the haves and have-nots, how do you make sure you end up on the winning side? Because listen, it's not like we're about to face a nationwide crash. National home values are actually predicted to rise about 4% this year, but real estate is still hyper-local. And if you want to ride the wave instead of getting crushed by it, you need a game plan for the second half of 2026 that I'm about to outline right now. But real quick, if you are finding value in this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. So, if you're a buyer out there right now, you need to get yourself aggressively ready. Stop sitting on the sidelines waiting for the perfect economic climate to magically appear, because it's not going to happen. When the seasonal market surge hits, the massive spike we've already seen in buyer activity is going to turn into an absolute stampede for clean properties. To win, you need to maximize your raw purchasing power today. That means clean up your financial house right now. Pay off your credit cards, get out of any automobile debt to completely free up your monthly cash flow. If you're a first-time buyer struggling to find starter homes, stop just scrolling through Zillow and Realtor.com. Get aggressive. Look into state-specific down payment assistance grants or local housing authority programs designed to match you with affordable properties. Look for off-market opportunities, builders with unlisted standing inventory, or properties that need minor cosmetic updates. The opportunities are out there, but you have to outwork the competition to find them. Now, if you are a home seller, your playbook is entirely different. For the last 2 years, the housing market was completely flat, and you could get away with being lazy. But as the inventory friction index unlocks more listings this year, you have to actually listen to the market. When you put your house up for sale, the first 2 weeks will tell you everything. If you're not getting consistent showings or offers in those 14 days, you've overpriced it. Period. The data doesn't lie. Homes sitting on the market between 60 and 90 days are forcing homeowners to take an average 9% cut. Do you want that to happen to you? If you pass 120 days, you're looking at an average 14% discount on your home. Don't let your house become stagnant. Get it ready now, clean it up, box up the clutter, fix the deferred maintenance, and spruce up the curb appeal so you can capture peak equity when the market surges through the summer and the fall. At the end of the day, 2026 is shaping to be the biggest real estate rebound we've seen in years. The gears are actively turning, the golden handcuffs are coming off, and the volume is exploding. You just have to decide if you're gonna capitalize on this multi-billion-dollar shift or watch it happen from the sidelines. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Haya Ali, and I'll see you in the next one.